Hi, friends. It's Laura Milligan back with you after a hiatus. I can't tell you how glad I am to be back with you today, kind of doing what I do. I've missed it so much. I've missed the interaction with all of you, and I cannot thank you enough for all of your beautiful, beautiful cards that you've sent me. The text messages, the emails, all your prayers and good thoughts, and I'm doing really well. I'm definitely on the road to recovery from my surgery, and heartfelt thanks to all of you. I could feel your good thoughts and prayers. It really made a difference, and I think I mentioned in my email over the weekend that even my mailman commented to my husband. He asked if I was okay because I got so many cards. He said something must be going on with Laura because she's getting so many cards in the mail. And as always, that was like the highlight of the day. I so looked forward to the mail coming. And so thank you all so very, very much. And if you didn't send a card, that's okay. I appreciated your thoughts and your emails and texts and everything. So thank you. Mwah. From me to you, I love you all so much. If you are there, please give me a shout out and say hello. I hope I'm in the right place. There we are. Anne Marie, Debbie, Nancy, Ann, Shelley. So good to see all of you. It's been such a long time that I've done this. I wasn't sure if I'd remember how. And this may be. I was texting Nancy this morning. I said this may be like a blooper Facebook Live because I am out of practice, but we'll give it a good go. I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera view down and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so we launched a new catalog last week, and I have some offerings that I wanted to share with you just briefly. The first one is my monthly bingo event. We haven't done it for a while. We did do one in December, which I'll probably share next week with you what we did. But my bingo for this month is featuring the Natural Botanical stamp set. And with your $40 class fee, you actually get this stamp set. And then in addition to that, I am giving you one of our ephemera packs. This one is called Saying Something ephemera pack, and we're going to use these words. There are hundreds of words in this. There's different like skinny banners. There's some circles, some different shapes, and then there's also these like the cursive style. Well, I guess you can see those like the cursive style. You're awesome. But we're going to be using those too. So both of these things, the stamp set, and here is a look at the stamp set in person. The stamp set and this whole pack of ephemera is included in the class fee. We make 4 cards, and the cards that we're making feature our new in colors. So it's Summer Splash, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, and Peach Pie. The cards are so bright and cheery, and I think when I designed those, it was like one of those typical days in Ohio where there's no sunshine, and they're just going to make you happy. Registration for this ends on the 15th. You don't want to miss this. And some people don't want to play bingo, which I don't know why not, because it's fun, and I give like really good prizes, usually some bundles and that sort of thing, and it's a super nice group of people. Nancy, my sister-in-law, plays every month, and I always call her the life of the party. She makes it really fun. She is a blast, and it's fun just to get to spend some time with her. But this is a great, great class. Some people that don't want to play bingo just get the class kind of as a class to go. So you get everything. You get the stamp set, the ephemera, the 4 card kits. You just don't get a chance to win the prizes, which is one of the best parts, really. But this stamp set, this caught my eye. These samples, when I first took a look at the new catalog, I love this. I think this is so cool, and I just think it's so pretty. This stamp set is called a reversible, and Reversibles are stamps that you can stamp. You can probably see better here. So you stamp this side and it's like a detailed image. You clean your stamp, flip it over, and then you stamp this and it's the more solid image. And you can see how they did that on this card. So we're going to be experimenting with reversibles in these cards. And like I said, we're using the new bright, cheerful in colors. So yeah, see, Nancy says, join us. It's too much fun and Laura gives great prizes. I sure do. So that's the first thing I wanted to tell you about. That registration, like I said, closes on Wednesday. I just sent out a last call for that today, so you don't want to miss that. The other thing I'm offering is with Sherry, and let me turn to the page here if I can find it. We are doing a birthday bash, and we did the 12 Days of Christmas last November, I believe it was. We went live for 12 days in a row and shared like so many different project ideas. Sherry and I kind of lovingly joked that it became the 100 Days of Christmas because it was a lot to do. We loved it, but it was a lot. So we decided, since that was so successful, we would do a birthday bash. And this is a chance for you to make a big stash of birthday cards, so you're all set for the whole year. Now, registration for this closes January 23rd. However, tomorrow, January 14th, is the last day to be an early bird and register for this. If you're an early bird, you get an extra set of gems as a thank you. So we are featuring, this is a fabulous suite. It is called Wildflower Birthday, and I think the star of the show in this case is this designer paper. It's gorgeous. It's a specialty paper. It has gold foil throughout, and then there are 2 sheets of die cuts, which we are using like so many of those, and the projects are gorgeous. I've designed 5 cards, Sherry's designed 5 cards, and then we're each designing 5 additional bonus projects to give you some added inspiration. So in this class, we'll go live every day on Facebook, Monday through Friday. I believe we start February 10th. So 2 weeks during the week. We don't do the weekends, but after the end of those 10 days, you will have 10 card ideas and then 10 additional bonus projects that you can make using all of these supplies. If you add on this bundle, so like how cool are these numbers? We don't have a lot of numbers. We don't have a lot of stamps that have numbers like this. So you can, of course, personalize, like you can see here for 10 or 17. And of course, you could use these not only for birthdays, but also for anniversaries or anything like that. But look how gorgeous these cards are. So beautiful. I'm really excited about this class, and I hope that many of you will take it. If you end up adding the bundle with your class kit, you'll get an additional stamp set, Day to Celebrate. So we're using this on some of our projects as well, and you'll get that for free because it's celebration. So don't miss out on that. Those people that took it, I don't know if there's anyone on here that did our 12 Days of Christmas, but I think everybody really enjoyed it. And if you're not, so we go live on Facebook, and if you're not on Facebook, it's okay, because we will then upload each live to YouTube and send you the link so that you can watch it there. And we also include a PDF with all the measurements and supplies used. So you can do that too. So, thank you. Marianne says, speaking of birthday bash, happy birthday tomorrow. Tomorrow's my birthday, so that's fun. I don't know. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. It's fun to have a birthday, right? Okay, so I have, I put my catalog away, but I want to show you something. I'm going to make 3 cards today, believe it or not. I guess I have some catching up to do since I've not been around much, but I'm going to use, let me show you, it's a punch bundle. So the bundle is called Hugs for Love, and it is using the To The Point label punch. So here is the punch. Here is the stamp set, and this is a great set. There is a Valentine greeting, But there's also sending you a big hug, life is better with you, you make me smile, lots of hugs and kisses, you and I make the best team. It's not just like mushy Valentine greetings. It's, it could be for friends, anybody really. And then also, which is really cool, they have included in our catalog an additional stamp set called Bright Borders that also coordinates with this punch. So I'm going to be using both of these today. I'm actually using these on the first few cards. If you buy this as a bundle, you do save 10%. It's $38.50. And then if you add on this stamp set, you're almost to the point of getting a free celebration reward. The level 1 rewards are $60 in product this year, so you can add some dimensionals or something, and then you could get something for free. But I'm going to start with this bundle, or this stamp set, I mean. So here's the one, and then the other one, well, I just showed it to you, but let me show you where it is in the catalog. It's on page 58. This one is called Bright Borders. And I love the greetings on this one too. Congrats from me to you. The future is bright. Thank you from all of us. Yay, so happy. Lots of different occasions. Love this card here. It's a lot of white. I love my white on white. So much detail on this. I think that's just beautiful. And then for the first two cards, I am using this gorgeous paper. If you're coming to my retreat, my overnight retreat, which is full, it filled up pretty quickly. We are going to be featuring this suite, Delightful Wishes. It's also a beautiful suite, springy, bright colors, just makes you happy. But I'm going to be using this paper today. It's called Floral Delight. It is 12 by 12. And also coordinating, I'm not using this today, but there is vellum, floral and gingham vellum. And who doesn't like gingham, right? I don't know what it is about it, but I think everybody loves gingham. So this is vellum. These coordinate with each other. So that's what I'm using today. Okay, so for my first, let's just get started here. So how have you all been? I hope you all had a happy new year and Christmas and Thanksgiving. I've been missing a long time, and I'm so happy to be back. Hi, Helen. How are you? Hi, Lucy. Hi, Joan. Hello, everybody. Hi, Juanita. Hi, Susan. Thanks, everybody. Actually, I think this is kind of a significant birthday. What happens when you're 65? You go on Medicare. I guess that's my birthday. I don't know if that's good or bad, but okay. So I have a thick white basic card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I'm gonna score that or burnish it with my bone folder. I'm gonna do both sides. Okay. Then I have my parts and pieces, and let's see. I wrote down the measurements. This piece of designer paper is 1.5 inches by 4. This is just 1/2 inch by 4. I'm going to put that on the inside of my card. And I have used, this is a 4 by 5 1/4 panel, and I have embossed this. Let me see if I can find this in here. This is a free celebration reward with a $60 order. It's called Starstruck Embossing Folder. It's really cute. Let me pull it out here for you. Just all these teeny little flowers, super, super cute. And we thought when we were doing this that this pattern sort of went along with the flowers in the Bright Borders stamp set on this particular stamp, and these as well. So we're using those together. So I'm going to start. I'm just going to do my stamping first. So I have a scrap piece of white, and I am going to use, where is my stamp? Here it is. Yeah. Okay, so this one is just, this is going to say thank you. And what I did was I took these stamps and I put my border stamp here, and then I just positioned the thank you in the center. And I stamped it once just to make sure it was lined up properly, and it looked pretty good to me. So I went ahead and left it like that. And this is Old Olive ink. And I'm gonna put this way because that's the way my punch goes. Okay, so there you have. I'm gonna do this again. Like I told you all, I'm out of practice. Oh, let me move it up so you can see it too. Okay, that looks good. Okay, that's better. So I'm gonna take my punch, hold it upside down, and just position it. Boy, I got some gorgeous cards from all of you. It was really, you guys are talented. All right, so we have that piece. And then I'm going to take Daffodil Delight Blends. I think I can put this Old Olive ink away. And I'm going to just color with the dark blend, just a little color on the center of the flower. And then I'm just going to color the petals in light. You could probably do it all in the same color. Probably use all light, but I liked a little bit of contrast on that. Okay. All right, and then, okay. That's about all the stamping. So I'm going to go ahead and add my designer paper. These, like I said, these are pretty simple cards, which is why I thought I could make 3. And I just actually, I was so excited to stamp with you all, I got a little carried away. Let me see if I can get the ink to flow, or the glue to flow, I mean. There we go. Well, it looks like there's something, you know what's going to happen, it's going to like explode. Hold on, give me a second here. I can see something. I guess I haven't used this ink for a while, or this glue for a while. Okay. Gonna squeeze a little bit and hopefully I don't have a explosion here. Hold on. I do have other glue I guess I could use. Renee came to my rescue. Renee's here. We're so happy to have her back too. She's recuperating too, and things are going well for her too. She's the sweetest. We both are like, it's been interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so we're gonna put this here, just centered on our front panel, and then we're gonna just glue this on here. Look at the back side too. This paper is so pretty. So let me know when you all are stamping, do you like the more quick, easy cards? Do you prefer like the more involved cards with a lot of steps? Anymore, I'm kind of like, you know what, I want to just, if I need to get a card out, I kind of like the kind of quick and easy. I think they can still be like really, really pretty. Okay, so this is Pool Party, and I'm going to just glue this down flat. What do you all like? I know Nancy loves the really involved, lots of steps, although she might like the simple ones too. But Nancy, you probably heard me say this before, if you get a card from her, she hand makes the envelopes. She's awesome. Okay, whoops, I have it going the wrong way. It's going to go like this. Just like that. Then I'm going to take my ribbon. This is Daffodil Delight. It's like 1/8 of an inch. And this was the only thing when our catalog went live. Something must have happened, but this sold out before the catalog even went live. There is more coming, but it's such a pretty ribbon, and I love the thin width of it. So this is going to just go across here. Oops. And you can cross it if you want. I think that's what I'll do, make like a little loop like that. And I'm going to get my snail and just put a bit there to kind of hold the ribbon in place. Yes, Nancy likes lots of steps. Hi, Debbie. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. Debbie was texting or emailing me last week, and she said, even my husband said he hasn't heard your voice for a while. So, yeah, that meant it was time to start back with Facebook Live. Okay, so this is going to go on here, and I am just going to pop this up with some dimensionals. Anne says, I tend toward a lot of steps, but sometimes simple is what is best for the occasion. Right. And I think what I always say is I think it's better to do a more simple, quick card and get it in the mail than not send a card at all. So I do like a lot of layers and steps and textures. So I like both. I like all of them. So, okay. And then this, I'm just going to offset a little bit like this. Okay. And then the only other thing I am going to add on this are these adorable, adorable tiny bee trinkets. And they are tiny, but they are so, so cute. And you know, they have my name all over them, right? So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue right there. And I'm going to try this. I'm going to pick one up with my putty. I think that'll help me put it in place, and then I'll just kind of press it down. And that's just going to take a minute to glue or to stick. Just like that. So isn't that adorable? These little bees are so, so cute. Okay, so there is our first card. Very simple but sweet, and love the colors. It's just springy and beautiful. And then if you want, you could adhere this piece of paper here. You could put another bee on the inside. That would be super cute as well. Oh, Debbie says she's in the car. Dan's driving. So Dan had a birthday. Is it today? It's either today or yesterday. So happy birthday, Dan. All right, so then here, this is just going to go across the bottom here. Cute, simple, springy, and fresh. So there's card number 1 for today. And I don't know if hopefully you can pick up the detail of the embossing folder. I mean, it's all white, but the embossing, there we go, maybe we can see that. The embossing folder, of course, adds texture to the white, mainly a white card. Okay, so there's our first card. Second one is using, for the most part, the same products. This one is fancy fold, but it's kind of a simple fancy fold. So I'm starting out with a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock. I have some DSP that I've cut. I've cut one piece that is 2.5 by 5.25, and then I've cut a smaller piece that is 1.25 by 5.25. I'm going to set these aside a minute because we're going to score our card base. Let me bring my paper trimmer in. And I'm going to use the scoring blade on my paper trimmer. We also have the Simply Scoring tool, which is nice. I prefer, normally when I score, I use my paper trimmer. I know Sandra likes to use the Simply Scored. But okay, so I'm going to score this at 1.5. It's the light gray blade that you want to use on our paper trimmer. The darker gray is for cutting. Okay, and then I'm going to score this at 5.75. This is, like I said, a fun fold. It's a really simple one. Recently I've made several cards. Well, not recently, but I haven't done a lot of stamping recently, but I've been going to physical therapy a lot. That's kind of like a full-time job, right? Okay, so I'm just going to fold these in. Give those a good score on both sides. Okay, so So this is going to open like this. All right, so I'm going to take my designer paper, and as I was cutting this, I kind of made a boo-boo. My intention was to have this as the bigger piece on this side, and then the gingham smaller, but I cut this first and I was looking at the wrong measurement, so I'm going to just do it reverse. The other thing, like, you could also do it this way, of course, because you know all our paper is double-sided. Like, even that I think is cute. This would be really cute. There's no right or wrong. These papers all just look gorgeous together. So I'm going to stick with, though, the gingham, because I really do like that gingham. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down. I hate to cover this part up, but sometimes you have to do that. So this will just center on this panel here. Again, this is 2.5 by 5 1/4. And then, I mean, really even this one, if you don't really want to do flowers, you could do it that way. That's pretty cute. This is a cute pattern here too, but I like these flowers. They're forsythias. I keep calling this the daffodil set, but they're forsythias. I think just the yellow makes me think of daffodils in the spring. So, okay. So we're just going to put this here on this panel, and we're just going to center it. And I'm trying to take note, make sure these patterns are lined up across the top and bottom there, in the same place as close as you can get them. Okay, so there's our fun fold. And then I'm going to take a piece of white, and let's see, I'm going to use this stamp. This is from the Bright Borders as well, and I'm going to stamp this in Old Olive. I'll just put this here, like that. And then I am going to take, I think I'm done with this. I'm going to close up my glue. I'm going to take Pecan Pie and Daffodil Delight ink, and I'm going to start with Pecan Pie. I'm going to make this a congratulations card. And I'm going to stamp this just kind of in the center here, like that. And then I'm going to take Daffodil Delight and use this little flower image. I really like this. I think a punch bundle is always a good thing. So I'm going to just go like this. Whoops, you know what? I just realized I did not do this the right way. Hold on. I got to think about this a minute. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this again because this is not what I wanted it to be. I'm rusty. I'll blame it on that. Okay. I'm going to have this go this way. Like that. I'm going to stamp it again. For some reason, let me stamp it again. There we go. I think I have it inked better this time. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Now I'm going to take my congratulations and stamp it across this way. You'll see why in a second here. The flowers are going to be kind of scattered around these little leaves, almost like they're the stems of the flowers. So let's try this again. I'm going to do congrats. You could do any of the words from this set. So let me get this in here. Okay, so we have that. Congrats. Okay. Now I am going to put this out of the way. I'm going to take my Daffodil Delight and I'm going to stamp where these little greens are, like that. I'm just going to fill them in just kind of like that, because it makes them look like they're coming off of the stems there. As opposed to, well, this way it would have probably worked, but I just change the orientation of that. And then while I have this stamp out, I'm just going to take this and stamp it in the upper corner there, and then in the lower corner here, just to kind of dress up that inside a little bit. Very simply, but pretty cute. All right. Now I am going to cut this piece here. And I'll just slide this in this way. Hi, Wendy, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. What's the temperature where you are, Wendy? Wendy's in Arizona. Okay, so I'm going to get this like that. And then I have taken a piece of Daffodil Delight. I could have offset this with Pool Party like I did on this card, but for this one I decided to use my 2 3/8 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to punch a circle with the Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to take this. This I'm going to pop up with my dimensionals. Okay, so I'm going to put this here like this. And now what I'm going to do is just attach this to the card front. But what I want to do is just put the dimensionals on this left side. If I would put dimensionals all around the Daffodil Delight circle, then my card wouldn't open. And that is probably not what we want, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just put a couple dimensionals on the left side. Like that. Now what you could do, this is not what I did in the sample. You know what, I wonder if I could do this. I might try this. Okay, I'm going to try something. This is not what I had planned, but this is kind of fun. So I'm going to take this ribbon and thread this through here. See if I can get it through. I know, there we go, yeah. Actually, wait, I'm going to go this way. Might as well try something different here, right? I'm going to thread this through like this. See if it'll come out. There we go. Yep. You really should. So I should have done this before I put this on, but I just happened to think about this. My original card, I just tied a bow and put it right there. But this one, I've been doing this on some cards lately, and it's kind of fun. In fact, I designed a class or a card for that birthday bash that we're doing that has an opening like this. I'm going to set this here for a minute while I trim my ribbon. So this will not only hold the card shut, but it's just kind of a fun little way to close the card. So I'm going to just tie a bow here. And then when the card arrives, the recipient, the lucky recipient, right, can untie this. Okay, just like that. Isn't that cute? So they can untie this bow to open the card. I think that's kind of fun. I'm going to just trim up these ends a little bit, the tails. Okay. New pair of paper snips. They are the best. Can't say enough about having a new pair of paper snips, right? Okay, and then to finish this, I just added a little dab of glue. Again, and I'm going to attach one of the little bees. I'm going to put one there. You know what? I'm going to put two up here too, just because they're so cute. I can't resist. All right. I'm going to open this up and grab a couple of these teeny tiny cute little bees. There's one. Oop. Two. I think I have to put another dab of glue here. So cute. These, what they call them, tiny bee trinkets, they are really tiny. You know what, I think I'll make this one go in a different way. There we go. So they're just flying around. Isn't that cute? Okay, so that's our second card. And don't you just love the yellow? I'm not really a yellow person, but I love, I don't know why, these bright, beautiful colors this time of year. Okay, so that's card number 2. Just makes you happy. So this is the one that I originally made. And you can see the different, they're basically the same card, just different. The DSP is just positioned differently, so anything goes. And then you can see on this one, we just added the bow at the bottom there. But I like this. I think that's kind of fun. So there is that. And then I have one more card that I want to make. And this one features the hugs for you. And I'm going to use sending you a big hug. So this is for all of you from me, for supporting me and your encouragement and all your just kind words. I'm so grateful. Okay, so let's get out our parts and pieces. So this one I'm using the Marbled Elegance DSP. And my card base, this is cut 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. And then I have a big piece of, hey Terry, how are you? It's great to be back, let me tell you. I'm so happy today. This is the gold twisted thread. I've already cut a big piece off. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to start with my card base and let's just do some layering. I've used that Starstruck embossing folder again. Again, that's something you can get free during Celebration. People love Celebration. It's the best time of the year because when you make a purchase, and we've got so many great things available right now, brand new things. We have new kits. We have a ton of online exclusives, which I will be sharing with you hopefully over the next few weeks, some new things. Okay, so we have that on there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add this strip of Marbled Elegance. This is 12 by 12 paper. It's specialty paper. You can see the gold foiling. It's beautiful paper. I did a class with this and the cards were really, really pretty. Okay, so we're going to put this across here. Isn't that pretty? All right. So then I have, this shape is cut from, I believe it's called Wildflower Designs. The dies, there's a stamp set in the annual catalog, and this is part of the dies that go with it. I've used these before, and I'm going to use Melon Mambo ink. I'm going to take, let's see if I can find a piece of scrap paper here. Yeah, I can use this. Well, hold on, let me open my drawer here. Okay, here's a little scrap. All right, so I'm going to use Melon Mambo ink, and I have already, like I did on that last card, I have my outline, my frame, and then on the inside I just positioned the stamp, sending you a big hug. So I'm going to stamp this. This is a good way to do it because you only have to stamp once. Once you get it positioned properly, it makes it quite easy. Okay, and I'm going to do this way. Give it a nice push. Okay, so we have that. Oh, and then I'm going to leave this out because then well, let me go ahead and punch this out. Okay, so we have that. Then I'm going to take this piece, and part of this stamp set is these tiny little hearts. These right here. I could use any of these actually, but I'm going to just fill this in, the background of this a little bit with Melon Mambo hearts. So it's like a tone on tone. I'm just going to kind of go around. And some of this will show. They don't even need to be all straight. They could be turned. They could overlap a little bit. It wouldn't matter, but I just wanted to add something to the background of that. I thought that would be pretty. Okay, so we have that. Oh, and I got ink on my fingers. That means it's a good day, right? Let me see if I can get some of this off so I don't get it all over my white card. All right. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to get my tape runner again and just put some tape in the center here, and I'm going to make a swirl with this gold cord. It's called twisted gold cord, I think. Gold twisted thread. This is an online exclusive, so you won't find it in the catalog, but you'll find it online. Okay, so I'm just going to start down here. I like to look at it if I can as I'm doing this swirl, because then I know what it's going to look like. I'm going to come back down here again with this, and I'm using this adhesive that's on the back there to kind of keep that in place. I'm going to do another loop here and secure that. Make sure I like how that looks. And that looks pretty good. It's just like a swirl. Anything would work for that, really. If you prefer to just like tie a bow, you could. And then I'm going to help secure this with some dimensionals. That'll just make sure that the gold thread stays where I want it to. But who wouldn't want to get a card in the mail that says sending you a big hug? That would be nice. And it's not just for Valentine's Day, is it? All right, so I'm going to put this on here. I'll just center this like that. And then this is going to go on there like that. I could pop it up if I want. I think because this melon mambo shape is popped up, I'll just leave this flat. So I'll just go ahead and glue this. Put some glue on the center. Like that. Make sure it's straight. Okay, and then I pulled out my, these are the adhesive backed heart sequins. I love these, and because they have gold in them, I thought they would look really pretty with this Marbled Elegance DSP. In fact, they're part of the same suite. So, and I'm just going to add a couple little hearts. The hearts come in 3 different sizes. I'm just going to do a big one here, and then I think I'll do a little one up here. So cute. Okay, and then on the inside, I didn't really do anything yet, but I think, gosh, you could just stamp a big heart. You could stamp any of these hearts. Look how cute this little line of hearts is. You Make Me Smile would be good. I think the heart would be good because it says sending you a big hug. So that would be really pretty on the inside of that. So those are the 3 cards for today. I hope you enjoyed them. It was fun for me to stamp and quote unquote see you all again. And thank you for your comments. Let me get this out of the way and I'll bring all 3 of my cards in so you can see. So do you have a favorite? Here are the 3 cards. There they are. Just, they're all so bright and cheery. And gosh, I don't know what my favorite would be. Maybe this one, but I really love this one. I love hearts, and hugs are always good, right? So, okay, I'm going to change my camera view up. And so thank you all so much for joining me today. It's been so good to be able to stamp and create with you. I hope maybe I've given you some new ideas, and please reach out if you have questions. Don't forget about registering for our birthday bash. It's going to be a great event, and bingo is going to be really fun. Registration for that ends on Wednesday, so don't miss out. And I look forward to stamping with you soon. As far as I know, I'll be back on Monday. I think I'm going to share some ideas with the beautiful butterflies bundle, the bouquet, I don't know how you say it, butterfly suite, gorgeous products. And I need to figure out what kind of cards I'm going to make to share with you. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me today. And again, I'm so appreciative for your support over these past few weeks as I've recovered from my surgery. And I look forward to stamping with you again very soon. Please take care. And as always, I hope you have time to be creative today. Take care, my friends.